Hi. I just want to draw your attention to something. On Friday the 5th of March, I'm going to be having a guest on my show whose name is Aisha Griffin. She's going to be on the show for the second hour from 7 to 8 Eastern Standard Time on American Freedom Radio, The Truther Girls. Okay, now I'd like to draw your attention to this because her sister, April Griffin, is going through the most horrible ordeal at the hands of the American legal system. You see articles about women being caned in Malaysia, and you're, oh no, those poor women. And you hear about them doing things to imprison women in Pakistan who've been raped, and you think, well, thank God we live in North America where these kind of things don't happen, right? Well, April Griffin was date raped by a man who's a Ugandan citizen. She had a baby as a result of this. She didn't press charges against him. When her son was born, see, in order for the state to pay her hospital bills, she had to declare the name of the father. So she gave the name. She didn't say unknown. She had to give a name. So she gave the name, which is a very strange law, but this is how Aisha explained it to me. So she had to give a name. So she said who it was, but she, in the declaration of paternity, she said, I deny that he's the father because the pregnancy was the result of a date rape. So indirectly, though, I think as far as the legal system's concerned, it amounts to her admitting that he is the biological father of the child. Well, this Ugandan guy then, when the child was about 9 months old, went to the court and apparently bribed the judge. His girlfriend is a lawyer, and they bribed the judge to stamp a custody order to give him custody of the child. There was no custody hearing, no due process, right? The law was not being followed. He got this order through bribery, apparently, because they never went to court. And by the way, by default, the mother is the custodial parent in this state. They're in Milwaukee. The police came to her house and said, we're going to take your child away from you. And she didn't want to let him go. I can't blame her. And they ripped the child away from her and actually broke his bones in the process. And they also damaged her spine by brutalizing her. I'm not sure if they tasered her or they beat her, but they did temporarily paralyze her. And she was in a wheelchair. So they took the child away and they put her in jail. She's been in jail for about 2 years now. The charge is interfering with the custody of a child. But see, that's fraudulent because there was never a custody hearing. And they know this, that what they're doing is illegal. So what they're trying to do is pressure her, torment her, and torture her. She called the FBI to come and see her. They came to see her to investigate. And after the FBI left, the prison set up a way of entrapping her. Well, they got an inmate to spit on her, which resulted in a fight. And they put them both in solitary in the hole. Then they let the other one out and they put April Griffin, they put her in lockdown. She's been in lockdown for 2 years, a long time. She's been in lockdown like this whole time pretty much. She had a hearing just a little while ago. She went to the hearing and they said, we're going to, dismiss the remaining charges or whatever. We'll let you out of jail if you make a plea and you agree to waive the custody of your child, to give up the custody. And she said, no. Well, why should she? She didn't do anything wrong. Normally, to lose the custody of your child, there has to be some reason for it. I mean, did you abuse the child or you neglected it or something? But she didn't do anything. And there was no hearing. So this is totally illegal. But see, the legal system did something illegal, the courts, that involved corruption. And now they want to cover their behinds. So they can't, they let her out. She's going to sue them if they admit, oh, we shouldn't have had you in jail for 2 years. Well, she probably is going to sue them anyway. But they're really trying to break her spirit until she will agree to a plea and give up custody, which she won't do because she's very strong. and her sister Aisha has been trying to draw attention to this. She has a Facebook group. She has a YouTube channel on here called Free April Griffin, and I'll put the links. The case has gotten some attention in the media, but not nearly what it should be getting. Because this is outrageous for this to be happening in the United States. Aisha is going to come on the radio on Friday and she's going to be talking about this. And in the meantime, I'd like you to do whatever you can to drum up some support for April Griffin. I mean, join the Facebook group, have your friends join it, support her channel, subscribe, write letters to the government. If you know Oprah or you know anybody, I mean, if you can get in touch with any media figures, try to do that. For my part, I'm going to give her some exposure on the radio and on YouTube to try to draw attention to this. But if you can do anything, you got to do it, because it's just not right.